Okay. All right. Here we go. And welcome back, guys. Welcome to another Saturday Beard Live with the three beard. The 3 year beard. I don't think I'm ever going to get used to that. It's kind of a little too pretentious, if you ask me, but I will get better at it. One sec. I'm just grabbing something. Eh. Okay. Grabbing something. Now I'm grabbing this. Welcome. Welcome to the Saturday Beard Live with the 3 year beard. I promise I'll get it better, but I don't know. This is just another day, another dollar, another weekend, another time to spend with your family members and for your friends and who maybe even by yourself. Today, what I what have I been doing? I've been playing a lot of video games. I just got my Switch 2, my Nintendo Switch 2, not to be confused with the regular OG Nintendo, the NES, Nintendo Entertainment System. But yeah, a funny story about the Nintendo Switch 2. Before I go into the whole beard stuff, I've been waiting for this package ever since June 3rd or 4th, or realistically the 6th. My sister ended up getting me a birthday gift, and thankfully, she got me a Switch 2 because she said this in her own words, she selfishly wanted to play online video games because she knew I didn't have a Switch 2, so she just wanted to play Switch 2 games with me online. So it's great having an awesome sister, knowing how much a Switch 2 costs nowadays, and especially like after September, it's gonna probably increase by $15 more, making it $500. But that's neither here nor there. I was just waiting for this package that was being shipped through GameStop, and boy, oh boy, I had a terrible experience with GameStop and FedEx. But I don't know if they're doing this little racketeering thing, but like for some reason, I don't get it on why do these packages get stolen all the time. Like I was like waiting and waiting and waiting for this package to come. Like it shipped off on the 2nd of June, and then it got into a local facility over here in Vegas, and then it just sat there ever since it got there on the 6th. And then literally, like, I just got the Switch 2 yesterday, and it was like, wow, this is great. But actually, it was Thursday. Yeah, it was Thursday evening because my sister had to wait too because GameStop had this policy where you had to wait 15 days after the shipment to file a claim. And I already knew that FedEx or one of the contractors, the contract drivers, allegedly stole the package as soon as it got to that local facility. So I'm just like, I don't get it. Like, and then it was just as easy as ordering a store pickup. So I did that. My sister was like, "Oh yeah, we'll just get it for a store, and you can just pick it up at the store in your town." I'm like, "Okay, cool." like I automatically gave up after the fifth or sixth or seventh, eighth day of waiting for this package. It was just ridiculous. But yeah, apparently Reddit. You look up on Reddit, and there's plenty of cases where people's packages are stolen. PlayStation 5s, Switch 2s, like, and what's worse is like there are some instances where people get their package, they open it, and it's just completely empty, and you're just like, how do I explain this to GameStop or whoever I got this from, who I purchased this? It's just really confusing and it's stupid, and I think like you know there's companies like Amazon, at least you'll get your package, and if you don't get it within the relative business days that you'll be hopefully waiting for the shipment, usually 3 to 5 business days, then you could just easily file a claim. I think there's also a way you can also file a claim before you even get the package, but I don't know. I think you'd have to like receive it and then ship it back to get a full refund. But Amazon's very accommodating as opposed to GameStop's policies. GameStop just seems like they don't care. And then pairing up with another company that doesn't really care because FedEx has contract drivers, and those contractors, they don't care. You look it up on Reddit, and there's many cases of these Reddit comments talking about the same case, the same scenario. They ordered something from GameStop, and then of course it went through FedEx, and then FedEx ends up missing the package. But then you have to wait so long because when you call FedEx, they won't tell you anything. They won't tell you anything. Actually, they just refer to talk to the shipper, meaning GameStop, and then GameStop gives you that 15-day. It was just a stupid loop that I was just like over it after the seventh or eighth day. But anywho, let's get back into talking about beards. I've been playing a lot of video games, so my mind is video games right now. But I wanted to discuss, the bearded legend of this week, as well as this one product that I'm using quite often. In fact, this is the only product that I'm using right now exclusively, called Weatherbeard Supply Company, or I just like to call it Weatherbeard. Weatherbeard is a great, natural, high-quality product for your beard. Specifically, they use products that are natural oils, and it's like 100% natural. You can actually read the ingredients, and then you're like, oh yeah, this is an oil extract, this is a juice, this is a glycerin, this is a flower extract, this is essential oils. This is a really good product, and I think it's just been so great for my beard personally. I can't thank Weatherbeard enough for providing this type of high quality product for my beard, because honestly, 10 years ago I grew my beard for a year, and I definitely know the difference between the 6-month mark from before and the 6-month mark now. So thank you, Weatherbeard, for providing this. This is great. I like the Hinoki Heights, which is kind of like a Japanese wood, which is like sweet and like a little peppery, a little bit pine, and it's a nice clean smell, but it just smells nice and sweet. My wife loves it. She every time she gets near me, she just wants to smell my beard. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, Weatherbeard is a great product. I urge you guys to check it out. There's this special that's going on with their beard survival kit, an 8-pack of beard samples, and they kind of look small like this. You get these small little beard vials, 8 of them, and they're having a special on their website exclusively. If you purchase the Beard Survival Kit, the 8-pack sample, you'll actually get 4 extra sample packs, different smells, different scents, so you can test them all out. I actually love a lot of them. I've only gone through maybe about 5 or something, or sorry, 6. But I mean, I'm still going through. There's like this Summit Sunrise, this one right here. There's also the Arctic Chill. You can kind of tell which ones are going to smell like what, except for the Summit Sunrise, that's more grapefruit, orange, and lime, a little citrusy. And then the Arctic Chill is mint, eucalyptus, and vanilla. These are awesome scents. I'm loving them. And you can actually get this for $35 on their website. Just go on weatherbeard.com or weatherbeardsupply.com. I think it's just look up Weatherbeard and you'll get to their website. But yeah, they have a special going on right now. $35, 8-pack of beard samples, and you get 4 extra for free, all for $35. So guys, check it out. It's a pretty good product, and I am loving how my beard is feeling. I'm loving how my beard is growing. There's a growth stimulator formula that you can also purchase on their website, and that is a good way to stimulate your follicles and receive sort of more maximum potentials to grow your follicles more healthier and more thriving. So check out Weatherbeard. They're a great product. But yeah. Anywho, let's get into the bearded legend of the week. Today's bearded legend is Albus Dumbledore from the Harry Potter series. I know we touched based on the other character, who was also the bearded legend, not to be confused with the Haggard. A lot of people say that I kind of look more like Haggard if my beard were just kind of like a little bit more longer. Give it maybe another 3 more months, and we'll see what happens if I start to look more like Haggard, or even at the end of the first year, which will be in December this year. Anywho, Albus Dumbledore, Professor Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. Let me say that one more time because that's a very long name. His official longest name in the series is Professor Albus Percival Wulfric Brian Dumbledore. Is a central fictional character in the J.K. Rowling Harry Potter series, celebrated as the headmaster of Hogwarts and the most powerful wizard of modern times. Known for his eccentric wit, deep wisdom, unmatched magical prowess, he serves Harry Potter's ultimate mentor while secretly orchestrating the global resistance against Lord Voldemort. Um, the biggest villain in the whole series. But yeah, so he's got like a very long beard. I think. This is the character that was played by Richard Harris. I believe so, or I think this was Richard Harris, and this might have been Michael Gambon, maybe because there was at least like 4 different portrayals of Dumbledore. 4 portrayals, 4 actors that portrayed Dumbledore in different series across the whole span of their series and their movies and their shows. There's an HBO show that's coming out. I believe it's this one. This guy, he is Jude Law. No, actually, John Lithgow. Jude Law is the younger version, but I will go into that in just a sec. But yeah, let's get into his Lord. I was going to say Lord Dumbledore, but Albus Dumbledore. Let's look into his core biography and background, his early life. Born in 1881, and this is of course all fictional, guys. So like just a little bit of quick lore in the Harry Potter series. His childhood was scarred by family tragedy when his sister Ariana was traumatized by Muggles. I don't know who Muggles was, but if you guys, if you know the series, you probably know. Leading to his father's imprisonment in Azkaban. I just like skimmed through this like before going on with you guys, and I thought maybe I can pronounce all the funny, ridiculous words in this Harry Potter series. Shout out to J.K. Rowling. She has a lot of good storytelling, good wits. She's a very good writer, in my opinion. She's very good. But yeah, Grindelwald's relationship with him is during his youth he formed a close romantic relationship with the dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald. Their friendship ended in a tragic 3-way duel that accidentally killed Ariana. Nope, not good. Not good. It's already getting spicy with the storytelling. The legendary duel in 1945 when Dumbledore defeated Grindelwald in an epic battle, halting his global conquest and winning mastery of the Elder Wand. I'm sure that was this character that was portrayed by Jude Law, charming, conflicted younger version of the professor in the Fantastic Beasts prequel series. Okay, good, good, nice. Um, but let's not forget about the legendary duel. Oh, I already covered the legendary duel with Grindelwald and Dumbledore. But with Hogwarts tenure, as he got older, um, this is side by side. The two actors that were portrayed by the character of Dumbledore. But yeah, he taught Transfiguration before becoming headmaster around 1956. He founded the Order of the Phoenix to fight Voldemort's Death Eaters. I'm not really too far into the Harry Potter lore, so I mean, if you're as confused as I am, that's great. You're not alone. I don't know all the lore of this story, but I recognize good beards when I see them, and definitely Dumbledore has an awesome looking beard of wisdom, patience, and I would say a little bit of eccentricism. He's got like some reserve to him. He's not like in your face. He's just kind of like the wise. Here we go. Yes. In fact, I can't pull it up right now, but there's in the first Harry Potter series with uh, Daniel Radcliffe, who played Harry Potter. There's a scene where all the children, or all the wizards, or they're all in this room, and they're kind of like sleeping in sleeping bags. I don't know which scene it was, but Dumbledore, the character that was portrayed by I think Richard Harris, he ends up having this little fart machine, and so he just like during one take he just keeps pressing the fart machine, and people really think that the kids really think that he's farting during a take, and uh, they all had a laugh, which was pretty fun to watch. I think you can watch that in one of the outtakes. Just type in like Harry Potter outtakes, and you'll probably upon that. Stumble upon it. Anywho, but yeah, young version of Dumbledore looks pretty debonair. Like you don't want to mess with him. He's like kind of like the Doctor Strange of wizards and stuff. Even though like Doctor Strange is probably a wizard too. But anywho, technically maybe. But yeah, in terms of alchemy, both of those characters, worked closely alongside Nicholas Flamel to develop groundbreaking alchemical advancements. These are his magical achievements of Dumbledore, wielder of the Elder Wand, master of the most powerful wand in his existence in 1945 until his death, and then Dragon's Blood, credited with discovering the 12 revolutionary uses of Dragon's Blood, and then all the way down to supreme status. I mean, Dumbledore is like high status, if you ask me. He's like, he's revered in the whole Hogwarts school. But yeah, he held elite political titles, including Chief Warlock of the Wizengamot and Supreme Mugwump. Mugwump. Sounds like a frog. Mugwump. He remains the only wizard Lord Voldemort ever truly feared. And I could see him. I could see why. Because his smile can kill, right? And what's going on with that hat? Honestly, I kind of liked this version a little bit more. I mean, seriously, that hat. I don't know, these hats that he's wearing. It's kind of like he's also like an artist. He's got his paintbrush and everything. Like he's Michelangelo, and I'm going to paint you now. I'm going to paint you. He also reminds me of anywho, I won't mention any more of that. So yeah, this is an awesome bearded legend that is revered by most and is remembered by most in the Harry Potter series. Let me just go back to this. Give both of them some recognition, because I mean they're kind of very similar when they act. It's a very similar portrayal, so it's true to the lore of what they're trying to make this character of Dumbledore of. So that's cool. Thank you, Dumbledore, Albus Dumbledore, for your contributions to providing a legendary take on wizards and magic and a long beard, which goes to my next transition. What is? I'm going to ask you guys a beard trivia right now, and which fictional beard council member has the longest beard? A. Merlin, B. Hagrid, or C. Dumbledore? A. Merlin, B. Hagrid, C. Dumbledore. Which fictional beard council member has the longest beard? Well, the answer is Dumbledore. Apparently, Dumbledore has like the longest beard of all these fictional beard council members. Which I don't know. I don't know. Like, what do you think? In terms of the comparison, because I thought Merlin had like a longer beard than Dumbledore, but I mean, maybe it's cutting it close. Like, I think I touched base last time on Merlin and how, like, I remember watching some of the scenes in that movie and seeing that Merlin actually had a longer beard than what it's looking like right now. So I don't know what to think. You know, is it Merlin who has the longer beard, or is it Dumbledore that has a longer beard? For the death battle, beards. For the beard battle. I don't know why it said death battle. This is a random a random picture that I pulled up, but yeah. So there's that controversy, but you know, I think both of them have long beards regardless. So it's great. It's great. So yeah, there goes the bearded legend of the week. Thank you to Albus Dumbledore. So yeah, and today is a great day. I was trying to do like impressions, like Trump. I was trying to do a Trump impression. So that's how I kind of felt like when I said, anyways, anyways, let's talk about beards. That was terrible. So I've been at work and I've been trying to do some impressions, and yeah, Trump was one of them. And it's like, this is gonna be the greatest thing of all time, possibly the greatest thing of all time. It's gonna be great. That didn't even sound like him at all, but sometimes I can get him, sometimes I can't. I would say, like, when it comes to impressions, I'm not like the guy who's like, wow, that's like truly spot on. Like, I'm not that type of impressionist. I just like to do voices that sound similar to these other characters. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Did I make a good Trump impression? Did I make a Trump impression? I don't know. We're going to have to talk to the council about that. Yeah, so that's something that I've been like working on. I'm not going to try to become like perfect on it because like I think it's just even funnier. To me, it's funnier because it reminds me of that one scene from Family Guy when Peter Griffin says, "This is my impression of John Wayne. Hey, this is John Wayne. Y'all come back now here." It doesn't sound anything like John Wayne, but everyone just like laughs, making my point that it's funnier that when someone like tries to commit as much as they can to a voice and kind of sounds like it, like John Wayne would say, like, "Y'all come back, y'all come back now here. I guess it's time to go down to the water hole, Pilgrim." So like, but no, like Peter Griffin is like, "Y'all come back now here. Hey everybody, my name's John Wayne. Y'all come back now here." It's starting to sound like Cleveland. Ha ha ha. Hey y'all, this is John Wayne. Y'all come back now here. Ha ha ha. But yeah, I just have fun doing voices, and I have fun just like not even caring if I sound spot on or not. Like, I'm just having more fun with that. Like, years ago when I tried to, do more voices and I thought maybe I could be an impressionist, I got like a little butthurt that I couldn't like do some of the voices, including like there's this one voice that I still can't do to this day, and that's Bert, Bert from Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. Cause he's got like this like he's got like the Fozzie sound, and I still can't do Fozzie. Like those are the two voices by um Frank Oz. Frank Oz does those two voices. Um, yeah, I just can't do that voice for some reason. Like it just doesn't sound like waka waka. Like no matter how many times I try, I can't do it. But hey, it's okay. We all don't need to know how to do all the voices. Like like one of my favorite heroes, Mel Blanc. Mel Blanc, the original voice of Bugs Bunny, and all like the man of 1,000 voices. We all can't be a Mel Blanc, all right? Maybe I can do like 900 voices or something, but I can't do 1,000 like him. Over 1,000. I don't know. Maybe I can. I don't know. Just I just have fun doing it regardless. Just like I have fun growing this beard, and it's just all about the confidence. So speaking of confidence, when guys try to grow beards, I see that like a lot of guys get like very self-conscious about, what they can grow. It's almost like, whipping it out for a guy like, yeah, man, mine's bigger, like, really? We're still doing that? Me personally, I like different types of beards. I like all different styles of beards. I like the thick, I like the thin, I like the patchy, I like the full, I like the bushy, I like the straight, I like the curly, I like it all. I like the twirly, I like it all. Because again, that's just a great expression of what men can do naturally. And if you're in a different region that, produces less facial hair, then so be it. You still have a little bit. Might as well just, flaunt it, show it off. Show off your facial hair. More times than not, people like facial hair. People like beards. People like mustaches. Girls like it. It's like more than half of the population like and prefer facial hair. That's just how it is. And I like those odds because if it were the opposite, if it were the other way around, then yeah, like if more people in the world didn't like beards, we probably would see less of them because everyone just has like that preference. We all strive to have that preference. If for some reason next week everyone just started being attracted to like fat people, then man, we would always just strive to do whatever everyone wants. So just make sure that your confidence is there because regardless of how much of a beard you can grow it. And how much of a hair you can wear it. Just be confident in what you wear. Just like I'm confident in wearing this. I like to game. I like to video game. I like to I like to collect my little beard hairs and stuff. This one is today. Oh, here, let me grab another one. This one is a little bit more curlier, like twistier. There it is. Yep, you can see the twist. But yeah, I think it's just fun to just explore who you are, what kind of attributes you can have, and just like the type of talents that you can naturally achieve. And I think it's nothing wrong with like a little friendly competition. Like I think male camaraderie needs to come back a little more as we guys become what we were supposed to become, more masculine. We're masculine men, and beards are definitely a marker of masculinity. So when people say that, oh man, When people associate beards as something like dirty, then that just means that they're not really understanding the entirety of what humans can, produce, and that's just hair in general. Would you be disgusted with someone's head hair if they didn't wash it every day? No, you would understand, like, oh yeah, not all head hair needs to be washed every day, but for some reason you can wash your beard every day and be smelling great with Hinoki Heights beard oil and beard wash and Amber Trail beard butter. All this stuff makes me smell great. And I think people have this stigma about beards being disgusting. And I don't understand that. Like, think now that, like, beards are a little bit more of a commercial way of, especially just like selling your beard products. Weatherbeard is doing a great job because they are providing high quality products for men's beards. And it really shows. Yeah, of course, you can neglect anything on your body technically, and then you're you'll see it how your hair is like super super greasy, and then maybe like you're having more pimples and stuff. This little pimple right here is like almost gone, and it was a deep one. I get them every once in a while, but it's because like I was eating a bunch of like baked goods at my job, and they come in with like cartons of donuts and stacks full of cakes and sweetbreads and stuff, and I'm like all in the gym like every single minute, and I'm walking around, I'm moving a lot, so my body needs that type of carbohydrate. But unfortunately, there's just like, too much sugar in some of them. And so I end up like, breaking out a little bit. But I'm enjoying my job and I'm enjoying growing this beard. And I hope you guys are enjoying this journey of mine. Again, this is day 171. And my wife says in the chat, you always smell amazing. Exactly. And sometimes I don't even smell it, the beard scent anymore. But every single time, my wife always smells it. My daughter smells it, but I can't smell it. I can't smell it, but that's a good thing because you don't want to be constantly like sniffing around like sandalwood and amber and oud, which are different scents, oils, hinoki, spruce. You don't want to be constantly like sniffing that in, and then because you could potentially become nauseated, right? Like these are why like we want to go for more natural scents. And Weatherbeard is all 100% natural oils, so you won't be afraid of like putting this in your beard all day and then letting other people smell you, and then like you won't even smell yourself, which is great because again you'll get less nauseated. But yeah, anyways, I'm enjoying my day. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday. And I will see you tomorrow with another post, another daily post. It could be a joke. It could be some trivia. It could be some motivational stuff. But hey, it's going to be about beards, and I'll see you there. I will also see you next weekend, next Saturday, for another Beard Live, for another Bearded Legend of the Week. And again, you guys have a wonderful time, a wonderful weekend, and happy Father's Day tomorrow, even though I don't want to acknowledge it. I am a father, but all you fathers out there, happy Father's Day. Hope you get what you get, and hope you get something good, because man, no one's really celebrating Father's Day nowadays, right? It's always about Mother's Day, it's always about Valentine's Day, it's always about the women, it's always about this and that and this, that. If you want to make your man happy, you do something relatively thoughtful for Father's Day. It doesn't have to be like extravagant, all out. Hey, let's go to Krispy Kreme and get you, a bunch of donuts and stuff. Hey, let's get you the best coffee in the world. Hey, let's do this. Let's get you a book. Let's get you something like a manly, commodity for the. Let's get you a mug or something. It doesn't have to be like that. Just as long as you give that acknowledgement to your father, I think guys are simple in general. So just show some thought and wish him a happy Father's Day. Tell him you love him. Tell your dad I love you. It doesn't hurt. And they'll appreciate it fully. And maybe they might just be growing a beard in confidence because he knows that he's supported and loved around him. We all need that, and that's not exclusive to male or female. It's all both sexes. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful time. I will see you next time, and take care. Happy Father's Day, guys.